Do you have bananas like this sitting on your counter and you don't know what to do with them? Well, today I'm here to teach you, and I promise you'll go bananas. Hi, my name is Larissa Riley. I'm 13 years old, and this is my 7th year as a member of the Goddard 4-H Club. And today I will be showing you how to make the best banana bread you'll ever eat. Let's get started. For your supplies, you will need 2 mixing bowls, measuring cups and spoons, a mixer, spatulas, a loaf pan or muffin tin, and a non-stick baking spray. Step 1 is to mix together your wet ingredients. We are going to start by creaming together 1 1/3 cup sugar and 1/2 cup of butter. That is 1 stick. You want to make sure you get all of it in your bowl. We're going to get that creaming together on a low speed. And while that's creaming together, we are going to start souring our milk. I know how it sounds. It sounds disgusting. But I promise, this is the secret ingredient and it'll make your banana bread delicious. What you need is 1/4 cup milk and 1 tablespoon lemon juice or vinegar. I am using lemon juice. So you just want to give that a quick stir and set it off to the side to sour. Now we're going to crack our eggs. We need 2 eggs for this banana bread recipe. Just crack them like normal. A great tip if you get a shell is to get your finger a little wet with water first. The shell will stick to your finger and come out of the egg easier. You want to give your eggs a quick stir, and then we're going to go ahead and add these to our butter and sugar. There we go. And while that's creaming together, we're going to start on our bananas. You need 1 cup of bananas for this banana bread recipe. That is normally 1, 2, or 3 bananas. I'm going to start off with 2. As you can tell, my bananas are pretty ripe. That is a good thing. That means they're going to have great flavor and make my banana bread nice and moist. It's okay to get your hands a little bit dirty. If you like big chunks of banana in your banana bread, go ahead and leave your bananas a little bit chunky. My family prefers them to be nice and smooth and have a nice, smooth, textured banana bread. So that is how I'm going to mash my bananas. Almost done. Perfect. Now I'm going to measure out 1 cup. As my bananas are a little bit smaller, I'm probably going to have to do 1 more banana. I'm going to quickly mash this one up. Banana bread is a great snack to have on hand. It is a great thing to eat in the morning with your breakfast, or just to have as a snack during the day. I know my family has always enjoyed it. Okay, do not worry if your measuring cup is a little bit overflowing. That'll just make your banana bread have a little bit more flavor. There. I'm going to call that good. Now, since my butter, sugar, and eggs are well creamed together, I'm going to go ahead and add in my bananas, my soured milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn this on a low speed and get that all mixed together. Now it's time for step 2, which is your dry ingredients. You want to mix together 2 cups flour, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Combine that all in your medium-sized bowl. I went ahead and did that to save on time. Now it's time for step 3, which is combine your wet and dry ingredients. My wet ingredients are looking pretty good, I'm going to go ahead and scrape my mixer just to make sure I got all the ingredients off the bottom. And it is looking perfect. I'm going to go ahead and put this shield on because I do not want a face full of flour. I'm going to turn my mixer on a low speed and slowly start spooning in the flour. This was my great-grandmother's recipe, and she has handed it down through the family, and everyone always loves it. Since you can't taste it, you'll have to take my word on it. It is delicious. You can make this recipe gluten-free or sugar-free. We have tried it both ways, and both are delicious, just not quite as good as the original. I'm going to go ahead and dump the rest in. And perfect. While that's incorporating, I'm going to prepare my baking pan. I am using a loaf pan. You can also make this with muffin tins. What you want to do, you want to take your non-stick baking spray and spray the bottom. You want to try not to get the sides, because when you get the sides, it doesn't leave enough room for your bread to stick to, and it will go up and then sink back down. If you do not try to spray the sides, your bread will be nice and domed and even. I'm going to check my batter. You want to make sure the ingredients are well incorporated. And you do not want any flour chunks. I made this bread my first year in 4-H, and I had flour chunks, so I got a red on my bread, and I am not going to make that mistake again. My bread dough looks nice and smooth and even, so I'm going to take it out and pour it in my loaf pan. Kind of scrape your mixer so you don't have a lot of leftover batter on your palette. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. And you don't want to fill your loaf pan too full. Then it will rise and overflow, and that is not fun to clean up, let me tell you. I'm going to fill mine about halfway full. It is the same with muffin tins, about halfway to 3/4. You want to bake this at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 45 minutes to an hour. If you're using muffin tins, I would recommend about 20 to 25 minutes. And since we do not have an oven or an hour to wait, I went ahead and pre-made some banana bread for you to see. Hopefully my camera person will zoom in so you can see how delicious it looks. And there you go. That is how you make the best banana bread ever. And since you can't very well ask questions, I prepared a few answers for the questions I got at 4-H days. The first question was, can you add peanuts, raisins, chocolate chips? The answer is yes, you definitely can. It is just your family's preference. I would recommend using a 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup, and make sure that your ingredients are well incorporated. Second question I got was, how do you tell if your bread is done? For a loaf pan, you want to make sure it is nice and rounded and golden brown, and what I like to do is stick a knife in the middle. If the knife comes out clean, it is done. For a muffin tin, I prefer to use a toothpick because I do not want a big hole in my muffins. So there you go. That concludes my demonstration on how to make the best banana bread you'll ever eat. I told you you'll go bananas. Thank you for listening.